Hey, we're back. So, as I promised in the last video, we've got bars, we got pipes. Tomorrow is when the new sponsor video, or the new sponsor sponsorship item is going to show up. Today's Sunday night, so that'll be in Monday. I don't know if I'm going to do that video before this drops or this one before that, but I'll figure that all out later. But for now, I've got a helper here, and he and I are going to get, spinning around here, that exhaust off. And it's just the stock head pipe with the tab slip-ons with the zombie baffles that I kept from the 19. Put onto there because I just can't ride around town on Harley by Singer. So what we have, let's open it up here, is a 2-1-1 stainless shorty turnout from SP Concepts. Packaged real nice. You know, I already took the top foam out because, you know, it is what it is. So we got our mounting bracket, we've got our hardware. So first things first is going to figure out what tools I need, which I know I'm gonna need a 1/2-inch socket, I think a 9/16, an 8mm, and some other things. So when I have the rest of it situated, I'll check back with you guys and show you what's what and where. I'm gonna go ahead and get the saddlebags off. I'm not gonna show you that because if you don't know how to take your saddlebags off, yeah, we'll just leave it there. So give me a sec to get some tools out, situated, and we'll be right back. All right, so got most of our tools out. I'm hoping all of them, but it never seems to work out that way. We're gonna need things like a 1/2-inch for our head bolts there, and for our exhaust hanger there, an 8mm for our heat shields. We've got a 9/16 for this, and a 5/8 for that, and another 1/2-inch for, see if I can get you in here, that crossover bolt right there. Oh, there you go, that's the best you're gonna get. So that way we just kind of drop everything off the bike. We'll have to pull our O2 sensors, and some guys just twist them, let them loose, and then retwist and throw them back in. I'm not going to go and do that. I'm going to actually disconnect all the wiring, get behind the side cover here, and just take everything away, so that way I don't risk damaging that wire. That being said, even if I get lazy, maybe I do that and I screw up the wire, it's under warranty and Harley will replace it and they'll do the work for me. But if I don't have to try to get this out there, you know, at the middle to end of December, that, yeah, I'd prefer not to. So yeah, we're gonna start with getting the heat shields off using an 8mm on, I use my impactor just because it's quicker and easier. Get all those off, set them aside. 2 1/2-inch bolts on the back. I believe it's a 9/16 nut here, so we can get the slip-ons off and set aside safely. And then we'll go for the 1/2-inch bolt on the crossover. 2 more 1/2 inches back there. Another 9/16 or a 5/8, I don't remember which, on the other side. Slip-on out of the way, and then we're ready to tackle this. So it's probably gonna take me, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. So when you see next, we'll have everything off the bike and set aside, going through, getting ready to drop the new ones on. So hold up. All right, as promised, exhaust is off. So there was one clamp here that's now down here. I believe that's called a P clamp or something like that. We did loosen up the front floorboard just to make it easier. We got the O2 sensors out of the way, so didn't screw anything up too bad. So for those of you who don't have 500 miles on your bike like I do, this would be a prime opportunity to get in here and do some cleaning of the hard to reach places. So, but now that we got that off and brought over to the workbench, you see we just went ahead and left the crossover on there. But we have to pop these rings off so we can reuse these flanges. And that's really easy. I'm just gonna take a pair of pliers, you know, just kind of walk it around. And with the last one, I was able to walk it around without pliers, but I'm feeling lazy tonight. So we get these off, get the flanges off, set those aside, and then we'll be ready to start mocking up the new one. Give me a couple minutes. All right, so with those already removed, I'm gonna come over here. Now, these don't come with any directions, so you can go to their, I think their YouTube channel, and they kind of walk you through it. But now you got this bracket, which is gonna bolt using these 2 1/4-inch. So, and they give you new 1/2-inch bolts to make up for the extra thickness and plate here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bolt and this bolt, so that way this can just line up like that. So let me get this on, and then we'll start tackling reassembly of the head pipes. Okay, so we got that bracket mounted up. It's solid. Don't ask me about torque specs. So here's our front head pipe. They do give you the plugs you need, so you can reduce the size of your bung hole, which is very considerate of them. We'll take a 7/8 wrench to go ahead and put that on there. So we'll get that in there because I'm not running the wideband O2 sensors. So we'll get that on there. I'll go and grab my anti-seize, put a little bit on the threads, but not on the sensor tip itself, because I don't want to buy another one of those. So, and then we'll be ready to get that on, one of these on, do the same thing to the rear pipe, which is still down in the box, and then get everything just loosely mocked up so we can get the collector and muffler fitted. So all of this goes on there loosely, you know, so that way everything kind of suck into place slowly and correctly, so we don't end up with any exhaust leaks. So let me quit talking with my hands and get this going, get the rear one done, and we'll check back probably when we've got at least the head pipes hanging on there. All right, so after a lot of swear words, we're on. So this is snugged up. Our front pipes are still loose, so I'll get those tightened up top. Our O2 sensors are plugged in, and I will tell you that these bolts were a freaking bear. I called them everything but a bolt, but they're in, so I don't think it's going anywhere. So we're gonna tighten up the head bolts there. The other side, we're gonna come through, do a wipe down, and get all the fingerprints off so I don't burn anything in. So give me a couple of minutes and we'll do a cold start on this. Hold up. All right, she's all done, wiped clean, even got the springs on there. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a whirl. So, and of course, you know, I win at life and at YouTube, and totally forgot to get a before sound. But in all fairness, I just had the tab 4.5-inch slip-ons with the stock head pipe. There's a ton of videos out there. I forgot. So anyway, you know what it sounds like stock. I'm sure you know what the tabs sound like. If you don't, go check them out. They do sound badass. But we're gonna find out how the SP Concepts 2-into-1 cutback, I think is what they call it, sounds. So there we go. All right, I think it's a win. That sounds good. I think that even, dare I say, sounds better than the tab. But again, they're two vastly different sounds. You're talking about a 2-into-1 and a 2 versus a 2-into-1 shorty. But I'm excited to get out for a ride and see how this thing sounds under load. So as soon as I know, you'll know, but it's the middle of December. And unless I get a surprise 45-degree day, or I don't know, hell, even a 35-degree day, it's gonna wait a little bit. So I'm gonna let this go through a couple of heat cycles tonight, maybe see how those colors come through. But if anybody's got any questions, you know the drill. Questions, comments, concerns. I love talking with you guys, and stay tuned. Like I promised, big video coming, big sponsor. So that's assuming this video drops before the sponsor video. If not, disregard. welcome. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Later.